What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Smack Talk. Uh, I wasn't gonna do a top five because it was I watched not the whole show. I just watched the highlights and stuff like that. So I saw what was going on for the most part. Uh, so I can't really say what would be my top five because I didn't really watch the whole show. I didn't really watch all the matches. So I'm just gonna go through it like I know what I'm talking about and pretend that I'm right. Um, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And we're gonna get into the. What in the world is that on my? What is? Oh my god! I never knew that was there. We're just gonna get into this. So from what I saw, SmackDown seemed like a good show as always. There lots of storylines. I think that's one of the big problems that Raw does not have. I mean, they have it now. They're kind of doing it with like the Miz. Like now that he's WWE champion, they have like multiple challengers for him. Uh, I think that Braun's gonna get interfere on Monday to cost Bobby, and they're gonna do a whole thing with him. And I think Drew's gonna get involved afterwards or something like that. So the WWE title scene looks pretty good. Here SmackDown, like there's still like you have Edge, who's the Royal Rumble winner, but instead like you still have Daniel Bryan who's there, and now you have Daniel Bryan and Edge like going against each other like. So that's good stuff. Roman Reigns starts the show, of course. He comes out and he's like, "Yeah, I'm the best. I'm the king." Elimination Chamber was just pretty much perfect, if I do say so myself. I defended my championship in honorable fashion. I laid waste of Daniel Bryan, and it was so close to being perfect. But of course, Edge has to come and ruin it by picking me. Are you crazy? You pick me? How dare you pick me? Even though he's the one that's been goading Edge to pick him because he was the main event. It was a whole thing. But he said that, Edge has kids, he has a family, he wants to, he likes him, he doesn't want to hurt him like, obviously like he did Kevin Owens and stuff like that. And then Daniel Bryan comes out and pretty much just sarcastically, as sarcastic can be, like, compliment Roman Reigns. Was like, man, what a champion you are. It's like, I think what you did was great. I think what you did was admirable. You just came out there and you dominated the show. But I'm not, me, Daniel Bryan, I'm not saying this. But other people behind, your peers in the background, man, let me tell you what they're telling me about you. They're saying that the way you won was kind of cowardly. That you can't win on your own. You had to, beat up an opponent while he was down. Someone who entered first, who went throughout the whole elimination chamber. You had to beat him, and like you had to do that to get the job done. Like I'm just saying, I'm not saying. I'm just saying what other people are saying. And then he pretty much was saying that, he's like, you wanna claim yourself to be the head of the table. That you're the main event, but and I thought, I win, I win the elimination chamber, and me and you have the match in the main event, Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, and you came out second. You wasn't even the main event. Like, how you call yourself a main event? You didn't even main event like you couldn't even main event elimination chamber. You come out second. And he said, "Hey, honestly, I know how good you are. I had a match with you when you first came in. I know you have the type of potential to be great. I know people compare you and me together. Hey, you give me a chance at Fastlane, and all those doubters would be wrong. You prove me wrong that you don't deserve the main event WrESTeMania." And then Uce comes talking. It was like, "Who do you think you are? Like this tribal chief right here. You want to get through him, you come through me." And then Dan Bryan was like, "Roman, I ain't going through him. Like, me, you, what's your answer?" And then Jey Uce, get him, got him, beat him up. and Roman's pretty much like, you don't want that smoke. Uh, so that was good. And then they did a thing which I also liked, which Edge, I guess Roman and Paul Heyman was doing the thing. Jey Uso was like, my bad, bro, for interfering. He was like, it's cool as long as you finish the job. And Edge comes in this where Pierce and Sonya Deville, oh, she's so gorgeous, I love her so much. Where they were talking, and he was like, bro, are you serious? Like, hi, Royal Rumble winner right here, this guy? Yeah, I get to main event. I get first crack at Roman. I chose him. Why is Daniel Bryan getting an opportunity before me? This makes no sense. Which he technically has a point. Like, why are we having these matches when the champion, if you win the Royal Rumble, you choose the person of your choosing. He said he's gonna wait to see who's champion, and then he chose, and now somebody else is getting another match before him. That doesn't make sense. And he was like, yeah, I had the same. Yeah, Daniel Bryan had the same opportunity I had, and he lost. Like, why is he getting the opportunity before me? And then Pierce was just like, sometimes it just be like that. I was like, oh, I respect it. So that was good stuff. So he was mad. And then they cut back later saying Paul Heyman was telling him, and I guess he told Roman he said, if Daniel Bryan can beat Jey Uso, if the match is going to be changed to him versus Roman at Royal Rumble or at Fastlane. And he was like, oh, it got changed? It's not going to be the tag match anymore? And he was like, if. So, next up is the Mysterios versus Alpha Academy. This was Big Murder bigging up Alpha Academy. Otis is like heel. He was looking at his work. He's like, yeah, ooh yeah, I like my work. Yeah, no more techie. Now it's chatty. I beat him up. Yeah, good. Mysterious. Eat him up. Techie. And yeah, Otis just dominated everybody. Ray gets in there with Chad Gable. He gets a couple of moves on him. They hit a double 619. Otis wasn't about that. He took him out, tagged himself in, beat up Dom, and did a slam thing on Ray and did the Vader splash bomb for the three. Clean. I loved it. I like this. This makes Chad and Otis like actual contenders for the title. They put them in the tag team title scene, and that's good. I mean, Rey Mysterio is a legend. I mean, Dom is there; he'd be there, but I like it, and I hope that they use Otis and Gable more. Next up, Apollo Crews is coming in fire outfit, just all green. He has this nice scarf. He's out here looking like Green Lantern. He comes out and he pretty much cut such a good promo. Pretty much just talked about he said he didn't grow up in the like a gangster or in like the suburbs. He said he grew up royalty, like Nigerian royalty. He said that his grandfather was like Nigerian royalty and stuff like that. He said my grandfather always told me that people don't believe in you, you get to steal and make them believe. He said Big E took me for, he said Big E told me to go back in catering, and instead I went back to my roots. I gave him the steal, and now he'll never doubt me again. I was like, oh, yas, killed it. I love it. That was great. That line was money. And I love this all stemmed from him and Big E was supposed to be like good friends. He's supposed to give him an opportunity for an Intercontinental Championship, and that's what he expects because they're friends. And then Big E's telling them, no, you got your opportunity already. Go to catering. And, it drive them every week to be like, nah, man, I'm not going to catering. You want me to go back to catering? Then I'm going to take you out. And he has a legit reason to be mad. And he said, instead, everybody's taking me for like this fool, this chump. And I went back to my roots. I reminded myself, nah, you don't go back. You go back to your roots. You're not a chump. You gonna take what's yours, and I like that. Um, I kind of want. I got cold. I'm so sorry. I kind of leaned over to turn off my heater because I don't know if it would be making noise in the background. But I just got cold, so I'm just gonna keep the heater on and I'm just gonna tough it out like a big boy. But yeah, I love this. I assume that eventually this is gonna lead to Apollo being Intercontinental Champion. Man, I have a whole thing that I don't know if I have enough time, I'm going to talk about it. Because I don't want this to go over 30 minutes. But if I have enough time, I'll talk about it. If not, maybe if you guys want to see another video, a separate video about my thoughts, I'll post it. But yeah, he he had his match with Nakamura, which was again a solid match. They work well together. Apollo Crews is great. Nakamura is fantastic. They did the one move where Apollo's on the bottom ropes, and Nakamura did his sliding thing, and he did his German slide thing under that. That was fire. I like that. Yeah, and this match goes where Apollo used his scarf. Nakamura was trying to do something, got hold of him, and Apollo used his scarf to hold the turnbuckle, so Nakamura would get on him. He was like, "Hey, you can't do that," and he pulled himself, ducked under Nakamura's head, hit the turnbuckle, hit him with an enziguri, and hit him with a Olympic slam that had some stank on it for the win. I loved it. I want Apollo to have new music. I want him to have this Nigerian type of Wakanda Black Power music. He comes out, and then every week I want him to get more and more Nigerian, his outfits. I want to be like Nigerian African descendant type outfits every week. Just new different outfits. I want him to come out with a scarf every week, to use it to cheat, to win, and I want him to join the bloodline, even though he's technically not Samoan or anything, but I think that he would fit perfectly well in there. And I think they also said that Jimmy Uso is coming back. I think he's at the Performance Center, so he's probably gonna return soon, so that's gonna also help the tag team division get better, because it's decent right now, but it needs the Usos. Next up after that is Tamina versus Liv Morgan. It was there. It was a show. This match happened. There was no Billie Kay, which was weird, but yeah, Tamina super kick. Got a lot of offense on Liv. This is kind of unfortunate for Liv. She loses. I think she hit her with a Samoan drop, and then she didn't hit her with a splash. She hit her with something. It was like a Samoan drop, and I think she hit her with. Oh, it was like a boss man sidewalk slam for the win, which was the move was sloppy. She should stick to either the super kick or the splash, or maybe even the Samoan drop, because all the Samoans use that. But I guess that's Nia's finish. She did so with a Samoan drop and a leg drop. So maybe if she just hits her with a Samoan drop and a top rope splash, or a super kick top rope splash, leads it to that, because that sidewalk slam is not it. But yeah, this is all going to lead to the Riots getting their win, because they're veterans and veterans lose. Or Tamina and Natalya, they're veterans and they always lose. But yeah, this wasn't good. I wasn't with it. We just move on past that. Next up, Bianca Belair. She comes out and she has her choice. She makes a choice between Sasha Banks and Asuka. No Io Shirai. There's a lot of people a little upset about this. I can see why. Edge had his choice. It was I can either choose the W champion, I could choose the Universal champion, or I could choose the NXT champion. and and for them they're like, oh, it's either Asuka or Sasha Banks, but eh, really there was like they made it plain as day that there was no other option for Bianca Belair other than Sasha Banks. Uh, you can argue that Bianca just came to main roster. Like she just came in November or October or something like that. Was she on SmackDown? Yeah, because I think she was on Raw. Or cause yeah, October. Like they kind of teased Bianca Belair, and then after the draft, she officially went to SmackDown. She was on a Survivor Series team for SmackDown. That was November, December, January. Like this, she already won the Royal Rumble in January. Like she's been gone from NXT for like 3 months. So there's a thing where it's like she just came up. Like why does she already want it? And then it could also be like, hey, I want to be one of the. I was in NXT for a while. I had a whole bunch of opportunities for to be NXT champion, women's champion. I didn't get that opportunity, and that's one of the things that I want to get off my checklist. Uh, that I wanted to get off my checklist before I got to the main roster. And she could have been like, I want to challenge Io. I mean, that could have been the driving force, even though she wouldn't pick him or something like that. But I mean, either way, it's fine. It is what it is. But Asuka was like not even in a conversation. Like she went there once. She was like, "Yeah, I'm ready for Asuka," and then you like never saw her again. Like it was obvious. She's out there with Sonya Deville and Pierce. She's talking about how like a couple of weeks or however long it is since Royal Rumble, and she's gonna make her choice. Of course, Reginald comes out. He's like, I guess the story is supposed to be is Reginald is supposed to like make Bianca fear Sasha Banks so much that she wouldn't choose her so Carmella can go after her. But every week it was like Sasha kept saying, no, I want you to choose me. You should choose me. So I don't really get the dynamic here. If, yeah, Reginald's saying that Sasha's the best, you wouldn't lace up her boots. If you choose her, you shouldn't choose her. You should choose Asuka. And then Sasha's like, no, choose me because I'm the best. You want to prove yourself that you're the best. You gotta choose me so I can show you that you're not the best. But it's a whole weird thing. But yeah, he comes out, talks for Sasha. Sasha comes out, was like, bro, I said don't talk for me. And then she said, you're not the best. It's like you're not the best. I'm the best because I'm the champion. And Bianca pretty much said, I'm gonna show you I'm the toughest, the strongest, the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the best at WrESTeMania. She chooses. She points at it, fireworks. Woo! And there you go. This was a cool segment, but it was like they didn't even try to make it like, ooh, who's she gonna pick? Is she gonna pick Asuka? Maybe Io's in it. Like, no, it was like literally, it was Sasha Banks from the beginning. Next up, tag team match, another one, Street Profits versus Corbin and Sammy. There's like pretty much a backstage interview or a backstage segment with them. Sammy wanted to interview him about the wrong that's been happening to Sami Zayn and stuff like that, and they keep talking about they could be a good tag team with his brain and Corbin's strength. And Baron Corbin like, yeah, but get your camera crew out the way, man, they suck. Improvising. And pretty much this whole match was pretty much, it was like a handicap match. It was like Street Profits versus Baron Corbin, it was like Baron Corbin versus the Street Profits, Sami Zayn, and the camera crew. Because every time Baron Corbin tried to do something, like the camera crew would get in the way. Like he would do like his thing where he does like the clothesline and he goes around the ring. He tries to go back in, but the camera crew's there. He's like, they're zooming in here. He's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like, get out of my way. Like, get your peoples. He goes in the ring. He gets taken out. He tried to do something else. Like, the camera crew's just there. And then he's like, Sammy's like, stop yelling at him. Like, relax. It's okay. Like, and they're going back and forth. Montez Ford does like a big, cool jumping dive thing out on him. Montez or not Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. That's like his Deja, like his twisted neck breaker, spinny slam thing that still looks really cool. That he started on Xavier Woods. And he still does it now. That move is cool. And then from the heavens, frog splash 1 2 3. Street Profits win. They still want their tag team championships back, but they have Otis and Gable in their way. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Mysterios. Maybe when the Usos get back, maybe they might have them face them. I don't know. There's only because I don't think that they're gonna be facing after Rude and Ziggler. So maybe there's gonna be that three in there. Maybe Buddy Murphy and what's his face, Wesley Blake. Maybe they might get back together. Fingers crossed. I hope they will. Then the Usos, bring them back in there. So I mean, it could be interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Next up, Bryan had an interview. I think Caleb Braxton maybe did an interview with him talking about plans. Of course, changing like that. Bryan said that he doesn't think that Edge can beat Roman. He said he's been out for a while and he doesn't think he has the stamina and stuff like that. And Edge comes in. He was like, okay. One more time, repeat that. What you just said. And he said, yeah, I kind of hope that it is. I hope you do beat Roman to see. He's like, you beat Roman. What happens? Me and you. How's that outcome happen? And Daniel Bryan is just like, yeah, I'd rather not say. But first, let me get past Jay first. And then there was a Seth and Cesaro segment. Seth Rollins comes out, fire suit, of course, as always. Talking about Cesaro. Cesaro comes out, getting ready to beat Seth up. Seth is like, hey, whoa there, big man. Like, let's talk about it. Internet is getting some things misconstrued, so I just want to let you know. Hey, man, I'm on your team. I'm Team Cesaro, man. I think you're great. But if you were with me, I mean, you could be better. It's like, to be honest, if you would have took my advice, you would have lost to at the Elimination Chamber. It was like you could have been at the Elimination Chamber. You could have wanted to beat Roman, and you could be Universal Champion. All you got to do is just follow my lead, man. You know why? You don't have. I thought he was gonna say ruthless aggression, but he said. I think he said the grit or killer instinct. He said you don't have the killer instinct. He said, but with me, he's like, I have it. With me, I can transfer it to you. He said, what do you say? Don't gotta think about it now. Give you some time, maybe a week. Come back next week and we got you. Then Cesaro does the Cesaro swing on him for a long time. I love that. It's so great. Cesaro, Seth Rollins had his hand, had the mic, and like once he got him down, he was like, hey, put me down. Hey, put me down. Put me down. Put me down. Hey, stop it. Don't you dare swing me. And he swings him, and he's like, hey, stop, stop stinging me, hey, stop trying to swing me. It was great. And then he leaves him. He puts him down, and then he picks him up. He swings him again, and his jacket falls off. The mic goes flying out the place. Oh, so great. He gets up and he's just dizzy. He's going like that. He's swinging his arms, and then boom, big uppercut takes him out. And then he leaves. As soon as he leaves, Jey Uso, Daniel Bryan comes out, does the whole yes thing. Him and Cesaro do the yes thing together. Fist bump. They cross paths. I like when they do stuff like that. Daniel Bryan goes out. Him and Jey Uso has a match. Jey Uso is great. I freaking love Jey Uso. He's going after the calf. I forgot I ain't got no pants on. I got boxers though. It's okay. But he's going after the calves, just tearing those calves up. Jey Uso super kicks, Samoan drops. Daniel Bryan tries to get some offense in. I think he tried to do one of his suicide dives he did. Boom, super kick to the face, which you thought he was doing. He hit the second one. He tries to get he did the butterfly suplex from the top rope into the labella lock, but Jey Uso gets to the ropes. He gets out, and they both get counted out the side of the ring. They kind of teased it during the match. Jay got the 6 and he went in before, and then I think um, Daniel Bryan also did the same thing, but then they got it to the last time, the last 10 counted out. Um, he gets the job done. Daniel Bryan does not get his Universal Championship match, and they get back in the ring. LaBelle lock on Jey Uso. Roman comes out. Daniel Bryan fights out. LaBelle lock on Roman Reigns. Jey Uso comes back in, attacks him. And then Roman Reigns is like, all right, we done with this. Boom, takes him out. Guillotine! And that's how you end the show. Oh, where was Edge? Where was poor Edge? Edge is like, oh, you want to try to take my spot? All right, go out there by yourself and suffer. I love it. So yeah, that was a good show, good main event. I'd probably give the show B plus. I know that's my bread and butter, giving it B plus. But yeah, aside from the Tamina Liv match, this was all good stuff. The beginning of the show was great. The end of the show was great. Continuity, Apollo heel turn, fantastic. The match with Nakamura was great. Otis just dominating. The Mysterios, Prophets, and Corbin and Sammy. That was a good match. The Cesaro segment, he's gonna be looking great. Man, I have a theory about that. It's not gonna be a theory, but it's a thing that I want to happen, but it's not gonna happen. But we could talk about that another time. Maybe when I give my Fastlane predictions or something like that, we can. I'll talk about that more. But that was the show. What did you guys think? Did you like SmackDown? Did you kind of like SmackDown? Did you not like SmackDown? Did you not even watch the show? Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.